Welcome. Say right now, I am eating some cake. I apologize about that. Not the best way to start a stream, but hey, I'm here, you're here. It's all that matters. And today, we're going to go over some cannabis news. I just heard that the DEA hearing update cannabis. I just heard something. Next final case. 2 hours ago, DEA's final brief. Here we go. Okay. Proposed rescheduling of marijuana new. Huh. A medical marijuana dispensary registration portal. And then following the executive order. So let's take a look. Oh, that's the application. Notice of proposed rulemaking. Order of correcting transcript. Okay. The hearing on the merits in the above caption marks took place from June 29th to July 15th. Okay. This was the DEA hearing. This is what we were all talking about, right? Based on this tribunal review of the transcript concerning the proposed corrections submitted by the designated parties, it is hereby ordered that the official transcript is corrected as follows. The original text was toward in law. They wanted toward law P LLC, and they wanted to add Horton Esquire. Dud is DU instead of DUDD, DUID. Instead of OO, it's O1. Instead of PM, it was AM. Speaker was Mr. Evans, criminal into clinical. This actually isn't bad. Oh, wow. Wait, what? This is the original text. Julian Julius, Evan Evans, DADEA, it's. Oh, that's someone's just fucking with them. Plattsburgh. Wait, what? Oh, Plattsburgh. Help Health, Pubic Public, Anal has pretty funny analysis. Miss Man, Mr. Smith, Somso, Unwieldy. I mean, I mean, this isn't too bad. DUID to 2E. Did not DUID 2E. Change DUID, challenge 2E. Wait, why would you put 2E? What is 2E? Oh, 2E request. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Caught my Mausers eating some grass, and I can't be having that. So anyway, these were all the different corrections that was made. Schwartz to Swan. Wow. Mr. Lonick to Mr. Swan. Mr. Malley. Okay, I guess I just got the people mixed up. All right. So these are the corrections, but where's the actual? The foregoing will be incorporated into the official transcript. The full transcript will be made available to the public no later than August 26th. Okay, August 26th is when we get the transcript. Um, August 26th is going to be a fun day to go over. That's going to be so much fun. All right, August 26th, we got to come back. All right. And then this is probably just like, yeah, we're not there yet. We gotta get the transcript, but we're almost there. So that was fun. All right, so cannabis news. I just wanted to see if there was transcripts. All right. More concerned cannabis problem use. Let's take a look what that means. Cannabis use disorder rising among U.S. adults. Recreational repeal supporters say potency, addiction risk. A lot of anti-cannabis news being propagated. Illinois froze outdoor cannabis cultivation, aiding smaller grows. Well, what have you been doing in? Okay, oceanfront cannabis signs spark debate. Uh-oh. Then we got marijuana moment, MJ Biz, and last but not least, we got cannabis business. All right, so, well, sorry, New York Times, we tried. Cannabis use disorder rises among U.S. adults. So cannabis use is rising. Um, increases more among women than among men. Oh, alcohol use disorder is on a decline from 28 million to 27 million. By contract, we went from 15 million to 19 million. So what that tells me is a million is like, that's ridiculous. That's so, to even suggest that the two are even the same. And how many of these are cross? Where like people doing cannabis are also consuming alcohol. Get them the fuck out of here. I ain't having it. All right, recreational marijuana repeal supporters say potency, addiction risk warrant legalization rollback. First state to repeal marijuana legalization. Interesting. Oh, Sabet. Oh, motherfucker. We know who this guy is. Why are we even giving him a platform? That's ridiculous. Sam. That's ridiculous. Oh, good jump, buddy boy. All right, so news signs along the Virginia oceanfront are sparked in conversation whether a cannabis can or can't be used. Okay, but I don't want to go over all that. All right, well, that's unfortunate. Funny. All right, so let's take a look at cannabis drinks, how people consume less alcohol while improving sleep and mood. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. SXSW is considering marijuana and psychedelics panel for a proposal. All right. Massachusetts don't support repealing recreational on the ballot. FDA wants help monitoring marijuana and help. Huh. That's interesting. New Hampshire lawmakers override governor. Veto allowing cultivation in greenhouses. That's hilarious. Good for New Hampshire. Okay, someone just doesn't like Trump because Trump is the one who ordered it. Get him the fuck out of here. That's a silly op ed. Bipartisan lawmakers press Trump for cannabis rescheduling guidance. whether Medicare will cover medical cannabis. Well, yeah. Federal judge lifts block on Rhode Island. South Dakota sees surge in patients. DEA and anti-marijuana group file final briefings. New DOJ rule makes it easier. Hemp company pushes back on DEA claim that synthetic cannabis compound HHC is legal. Well, it is illegal. Get out of here. Medicinal marijuana improves sleep. Yup. Marijuana improves agricultural jobs. No kidding. A psilocybin program helps improve mental health. That's important. New NFL funded study concludes that marijuana stigma and honest education for athletes is necessary. Hooray. State marijuana officials educate World Cup fans about how to celebrate legally and responsibly while visiting. Oh, that's awesome. That was 2 months ago, though. 3 days ago, marijuana could generate 111 billion. All right. Before we get into that, what's this? The case for cannabis AI guardrails, how to create an AI tool that works. Okay, return on investments for AI centers. Illinois may legalize. Well, yeah. New Mexico cannabis sales steady. Okay. Insurance carrier sues major marijuana MSO to dodge class action payout. That's wild. Cannabis delivery runs on data. True. Alright, nothing new though. Alright, DEA makes final. Okay, let me just see what's going on with the cannabis business dimes. 55% of Massachusetts voters oppose repealing cannabis law. The massive financial penalty of ignoring microbial risks in cannabis production. How the U.S. House members push Trump administration for guidance. The DEA makes the final Schedule 3 case and discredits all opposing witnesses. Georgia cannabis regulators allow USPS deliveries. Virginia's 2 milligram THC cap on intoxicating hemp products goes into effect. Preempts New Jersey cannabis flavor peace man. That's wild. Okay. No kidding. So the 25-1 stay didn't get passed. Plaintiffs entered and invested in a heavy rate. Yep. It just leads me to another. All right, let me just see if I can go to. Let's take a look. That's wild. The court found the plaintiffs did not prove that the new standard would significantly harm their business. Fun. There's either a likelihood of success on the merits or irreparable damage because the balance of equities and the public interest weigh in favor of the defendants. Wow. That's huge, actually. That's really big. We're incredibly disappointed with today's news. Okay, now they're going to try to pivot. It's not going to happen. For years, untested highly toxic product flooded Virginia markets. Out of the state's adult use cannabis market. Will streamline the industry, shore up safety, and create new opportunities. Yeah. And then here it is, Virginia's new marijuana hemp laws. It's pretty fun. Retail sales will begin on July 1st. New requirements for hemp took place 5 days ago. Meaning you can only have broad spectrum, no full spectrum products. Yeah, that's huge. That's so huge. The public will also be able to report speculatively to the CC. Airport's going to be Can be called to a tip line. That's awesome. All right. I'm all for this. Virginia, you're making strides. Virginia might be just the place to go to for the cannabis industry. I mean, Virginia. That's wild. Okay. Well, huh. All right, what's next? All right. So the FDA is seeking a contractor to monitor social media sites and conduct a survey of cannabis consumers. Address knowledge gaps of cannabis, CBD, and emerging products to help inform on policy and regulation, education, outreach, and compliance activities. Capture data on products, ingredients, claims. Filter by all of this stuff using AI. FDA also wants a contractor to conduct the U.S. cannabis consumer survey. The survey will collect data on consumer symptoms and paths to purchase, as well as product preferences, desired effects, medical conditions, occasions, frequency, and history of use, average purchases, and preferred dosages. The broader general population survey will cover consumer packaged goods, adoption and needs, and behaviors, including use of cannabis, kratom, psilocybin, and emerging products, and will be on women's use to purchase behaviors on the life stages. With respect to CBD, contractors will need to provide data on both market as well as consumers on the products. FDA specified in the post that requires brand name or equal to Brightfield Group online data subscriptions and Brightfield Group online data subscription and analytical services. What's that? Who's Brightfield Group? An AI-powered market intelligence, whoa, and consumer insight platform for CPG. Okay. The platform helps teams in strategy, innovation, marketing with real-time access to consumer and category. Okay. Wait, what? A subscription access to market intelligence powered by a proprietary panel of 100,000 customers. Methodology. No. Smart marketing spend reaches consumers where they are now. They know where they get their information, how they get it. What? There's no way they can actually do this. Yeah, they just started this up. What in the world? Oh. The FDA specified in the post that it requires brand name or equal to Brightfield Group online data subscription analytical services. But they don't even know who these people are. They just got started in the field. LinkedIn. Let me take a look. Are they really that popular? They're just data analytics. They don't even, it doesn't even matter about the cannabis part. Consumer product growth brands? I'm pretty sure CPG is consumer product growth. Consumer packaged goods. Well, consumer packaged goods. Fun to know. Its data platform is utilized by commercial CPG brands And federal agencies like to track and shift consumer habits. I don't even know. There's no way. Okay. That's interesting. Inactive date. Date offers due. Date published. That's still active? Contract opportunity. Okay, hold on. That's wild. That's honestly insane. All right, I need to look more into this FDA stuff. Quotes are due by Monday. Notice combined. Due in 4 days. This is wild. Definitely want to follow it. Definitely curious. Huh. It's definitely wild. Yeah, so pretty much government is asking for contractors to pretty much come up with that's wild. All right then. Consumer habits. I guess we'll sign in on that type of stuff later. Yeah. Let's start doing business with the federal government. Fascinating stuff. Interesting. The APIs are not yet available. That's funny. Huh. All right, so I gotta look into this later, figure out what's going on. Um, yeah. Well, CBG. All right. So, not too much on cannabis news, I suppose. Other than, yeah, no, everyone's going pro cannabis. Yeah, this is going to be wild. Let's take a look at Florida cannabis news. You know, I'm in Florida. Let's take a look at Florida cannabis news, see what's going on. Tight THC limits on hemp products. Yep, yep, yep. Damn. Adult use isn't going to be heard. Home grow proposal. Let's take a look. Federal restrictions. Yep, 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 yep. Let's take a look at some of the cannabis news. Um, Not much. Just stocks at the end of the day. Florida House advances bill to cut medical marijuana card fees for veterans to $15. What was this? Oh, yeah, no, that died. No one's been working on this since Florida Cannabis Information Portal, serving the community since 2008. What? Okay. Okay. I'm very curious about what this site is even for. Sitemap. All right. CBD oil legal in Florida. Yes. Yeah, you need, but you need a $5 million surety bond. Yeah, that's not true. You don't have to hire the services of a medical director, supervisor, dispensary. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. That's insane that they even posted that. That's okay. Let's take a look. MPP marijuana policy project. Let's take a look. August 4th. Not too much going on. They're selling throw pillows and beach towels. Goddamn, $40 for a fucking beach towel? Goddamn. Yeah, let's see what type of job's going on. Let's take a look. Yes, but what do you need? What are you looking for? Fascinating stuff. 10 years in the Massachusetts legal market. Sam had nearly 24 million in the bank. Okay, that's the deregulation. The first ever attempt to recriminalize is on the ballot. Yeah, that's wild. This recent polling. That's wild. Project Sam spent $2 million gathering signatures. They spent more than 2.5 million gathering signatures in Maine. Damn, $2 million. They're fucking going all out. But not really, because we saw how much they're getting donations from. They're getting like 150 million in donations. That's insane. Shoo, lots of happenings in the cannabis world. Um, but I think we're gonna call this one a pretty quick update. Not too much is going on. We're waiting on the 26th. That's gonna be a fun read. Like the 26th is gonna be super fun. Um, what else do we got going on besides that? Uh, I really guess it really just comes down to the states that are currently coming up, um, for taxes and business. Uh, yeah, Schedule 3 is on the way. Hemp most likely is getting banned, and in lieu, there will be a recreational. Yeah, there's going to be like a recreational license that people are going to have to get, kind of like a tobacco license. Um, and then it'll be business as usual as far as like the hemp drink, or in this case, it'll be the cannabis drinks, cannabis edibles, gummies. You're gonna have all of these stuff kind of like in the back shelves, akin to where like the tobacco would be, um, or liquor. As far as dispensaries go, that's gonna be the question of the day. If chains like Walmart, Target, CVS, etc., can sell cannabis products, then why would you need a single location for a dispensary? I mean, you'll always need a smoke shop, right? Like, but I don't know. I can just see the pharmacies just sweeping the legs out from under the medical cannabis industry. Like, the cannabis industry is propped up because no other industry is willing to prop them up. But if you have like Costco or Sam's Club just start wholesaling and selling individually branded cannabis products, I mean, what's the point of a medical dispensary at that point? I don't know. Recreational and medical aren't much different in the sense, other than unless you give them like potency restrictions, dosage restrictions, packaging restrictions, something along those lines to differentiate the two. Otherwise, I don't know. Oh man, that's wild. All right, so I think I keep forgetting that I am streaming. So let me take a look. I think let's play a game. Let's do let's do a game. Let me take a look. See if we can play some. I wouldn't play anything at the moment, to be honest with you guys. I'm pretty sure I should just probably end the stream, seeing as there's not much cannabis news going on. Oh, there's actually one more person we can actually probably take a look at. Let's take a look at the Dales report. Yep, talking about the Aurora bid. CEO of High Tide. So this person's actually having interviews with owners. Let's see. Terracent cash flow continues while hemp ban debate escalates. Breaking cannabis news. Cannabis news. Man, it's definitely interesting how they're getting this done. Let's take a look at their Twitter. Okay, so it looks like they have a top mover section, Mr. MD. That's pretty funny. So they have their live stream as well. I should probably create like a countdown like this for my podcast. I have a lot to learn from this guy. This dude's fucking he's really really smart. Fucking I got a lot to learn from this Dale's. It's definitely interesting. Psychedelics ETF. You can definitely tell that's AI created. That's definitely a lot. It's interesting. Cannabis caucus. Let's take a look at that. Who's part of the Cannabis caucus? Cannabis caucus. Let's take a look. What? Is that why nothing's been getting done? Is because fucking Elena Omar has been fucking pocketing the Cannabis caucus? What? That's insane. That's wild. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's take a look. Um, Representative Dave Joyce pressing on Donald Trump. Who's Dave Joyce? District of Ohio. Interesting. Oh, we don't get to read it. All right. Well, what are you gonna do? Accept all. Any market. Huh. Oh, right. These guys were supposed to be the cannabis industry, but they dropped the cannabis industry, it looked like. Interesting. Agribusiness. Fascinating stuff. Well, what are you gonna do? Still don't know who the Cannabis Caucus members. Give me the Cannabis Caucus members. How do you have so many co-chairs? Okay. The Congressional Cannabis Caucus formed in 2017. It was a caucus founded by Rohrabacher and Young and Blumenauer and Polis. They hold 2, 2, and 4 in that. Okay. So they take up a total of 4 seats in the House. That's abysmal. Okay. We need more in this caucus. What are we doing? All right. Okay. The amendment president of the department using its fund challenging states that approve medical cannabis laws. So realistically, everything falls to this Rohrabacher Farr amendment. And that's what was, wow. Endorse the Adult Use Marijuana Act, which led to recreational cannabis in California in 2016. Okay, in 2016, Blumenauer and Rohrabacher agreed to form a congressional caucus to streamline reform and legislation at the federal level. In 2017, they launched the caucus with Polis and Young. Rohrabacher Polis left and replaced by Lee and Joyce. And after Mr. Young died, he was replaced by Brian Mast. Okay. I think we're okay with Mast. I think we like Brian Mast. In January 25, it was announced that Representative Diana Titus and Lamar would serve as co-chairs, replacing Blumenauer and Lee. The current members, as of Wikipedia, is Diana Titus, Elaine Omar, David Joyce, Brian Mast. But according to this, it's, yeah, okay, David Joyce, Brian Mast, Omar Titus, and these are previous members from, oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Four. Four members of Congress are pressing President Donald Trump. What in the world? Reps Titus, Joyce, Omar, and Stu. Ridiculous. Titus, Joyce, and Omar are 3 of the co-chairs of the Congress. Together with Stube, they are laying out several specific questions. How will the order affect patients currently participating in state medical programs? Does the DOJ anticipate coordination with the Centers for Medicare? How will the order apply? How will the DEA register? What information will be required? They're asking for answers by September 30th. In April, the DEA launched a system, right? Covers $500 worth of hemp. Yeah, so earlier this year, the $500 worth of hemp products allows up to 3 milligrams of total THC per serving. Yeah, very, very interesting. I gotta say, like we're pretty much on the brink. That's wild. July 2020, the introduced the base appropriation bill, the amendment included. 21, became the first to propose the budget incorporating was renewed through the series of stopgap bills. It's effective through the 2024. Wait, what? Wait, what? 2024? Is Rohrbacher. Shit. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good. The national cannabis industry. All right, let's take a look. See what's going on. What are they saying? The DOJ reschedules medical cannabis to Schedule 3. Announces June 20. Yeah, we already went over all this. What? Um, news? Featured news? Uh, they're just talking about. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, at this point, we really are kind of at a loss for words on like the state of the industry, what's going on. Um, there's a lot to talk about, but we're still in wait, right? We're still in wait with the cannabis industry. Um, yeah, because we're almost positive that the hemp ban was delayed. Yeah, from November 12th to December 11th. Yeah. Yeah. So we knew about that. Colorado company watches closely as Congress considers to delay the federal ban. Duluth brewery trimming costs while pushing for delay. Minnesota hemp farmers rethink the crop as federal ban approaches. The hemp industry doesn't have an August. The hemp industry doesn't have an August recess. Yeah, but they're going to be more pissed off when they see September. And then by the time October and November come around, we're in election season, people. Like we ain't getting. Yeah, they're delaying the ban so that way it doesn't affect midterms. It's as simple as that. And no one's gonna get fucking blamed for. Mm, that's so funny that they're willing to put people out on Christmas. All right, well, let me get up and close and personal with you guys with my dirty room in the back there. So I'm actually gonna go back to the normal room. Oh man, it's fun. So gotta love live. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. Um, yeah, not much to be caught up on other than the 26th is the transcript. The I guess we could go over tokenhaven.org, but honestly, there's not much going on. I guess we could do a dank bank review real quick. Let's do a dank bank review real quick. Why don't we? Let me do. Boop. There we go. All right, you guys. Let's check in a product. So today we are consuming the cheddar cheese. The cheddar cheese. This is a really good strain. I like this strain a lot. It is a indica. It has a 30% THC profile. The terpenes on this, it's actually a good question. Let's take a look. Actually, I should probably take a look at Cura leaf, water, and then we'll take a look at the cheddar cheese. Let's take a look at the THC. Full lab data. Give me the COA. Give me that COA. Okay. So it looks like it is 30% THC. So to put it in perspective, they are saying there is 1,000 milligrams of THC in this container of this eighth at 30%. The bans taking effect are going to have no more than 2 to 3 milligrams per container. Huge. Right? So let's take a look. Weight, 0.23 grams. 0.23 grams. What? I thought it was supposed to be an 8. Isn't it an 8? No way. Oh, that's CB. No. What? Hold on. Why are you putting the weight of the... I don't... Interesting. Huh. Oh, that's how much they took as a sample. Got you. They took that much as a sample. Consumables, pipettes. Okay. So let's take a look. So the total terps are 1.4%. Not bad. With beta myrcene, let's take a look. So we got myrcene, we got limonene and linalool. Limonene, linalool. Perfect. All right, and what's the percentage on these? 0.6, 0.3, 0.2. 0.6, 0.3, 0.2. What are the parent strain of this, of the cheddar cheese? Lineage. What's the lineage? More info. Give me the lineage, please. What's the... Okay, I guess we could just look up cheddar cheese. So, a cross of cake mix, platinum GSE, and gorilla diesel. All right, let's put them in until someone tells me otherwise. Control V, Control C. All right, well, hopefully this doesn't get me banned off of any platforms. There's also some others down here that we can put in, but anything less than like 0.1%, I mean, it matters, but that's not what we're looking at. Ooh, no pesticides. Very good. Wild stuff. All right. So not bad stuff. Curaleaf has got some pretty good flower. Um, yeah. Notice how it's THCA? It's because it's a raw cannabinoid. THCV, that's pretty interesting. I like how they look for that. I'd be very interested to consume some THCV product, but yeah, let me give me one moment. Let me this. Let's do this. All right. So we're gonna consume this just a little off screen, and then we're gonna do our review. Oh, nope, we gotta pack it first. We gotta pack it. All right. Cool. That's why. All right, let's go. All right. So. What do we think? What do we think? The initial effect is surprisingly uplifting. Where you would expect a phase of sedation, get a feeling of euphoria. As time goes on, you feel more free from thought and did I spell juxtaposition? Am I using that word right? Juxtaposition. Am I using juxtaposition right? A placement of two or more things side by side to compare them, contrast them, and show any meaning. Yeah. Yeah, this was Mercine, right? And a little. Because it is Mercine and Little with wine. Yeah, this is a crazy strain. Smells very potty. Skunky. Funky. Good. All right, we got this at Cure Relief. Cure Relief. Clearwater. Okay, so use that as location or create a venue. I think we're gonna create a venue out of this. This is really cool. I like this. And then we could add photos, but I don't think we're going to, so we're just gonna post it. Perfect. Boom. You can see our review. Ooh, look at that, Flower Child. Look at that. Initial effects is surprisingly uplifting. Perfect. Let's see what's going on. That bud was some gas. That was a month ago. Huh. Notifications. I clad it. Oh. Okay. It's my boy. Here's all the strains that we've done, our reviews. All right. So I guess at this point, let's just take a look, see what I would get if I were to go to the dispensary today. Looks like truffle butter. Truffle butter would be the strain that I would most like based off my terpene profile. Let me take a look at my terpene profile, actually. Let me take a look. Give my web strain. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. I definitely like my limonene. I like my myrcene. I like my caryophyllene. I like it. I like it a lot. Yes, 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 yes. Like all of these strains. And you too can have your own terpene web. This is like the bread and butter. Let's see the entire. We can also take a look at concentrates too. And vapes. Let's take a look at everyone. No sativa, the dominant ones, just hybrids and indicas. It's funny how many limonene are out there, even though they're not about indicas. Still quite a few limonene dominant indicas out there. I want you guys to notice that. Also notice how like there's a lot of myrcene in dominant indicas. We definitely need more. We need more. All right. Check my feed one more time. Doesn't look like anyone's posted anything since a month ago. I do have notifications that won't go away. Mark all this red. There we go. Boom. Community. Okay, let's toast them. Let's toast them. Okay, so the community isn't connecting with the all. Definitely something to look at. And community should just be first, in my opinion. Toast, 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 toast. We're doing a toast-a-palooza. Toast. All right. And if we do my reviews, my history of reviews, stats, here we go. All right, I haven't been using DankBank as much as I should. Obviously, I use DankBank when I stream. I haven't run into any really bad strains. I like a lot of the strains that I like a lot of the strains that I like, you know? Venues, Cureleaf Clearwater. Pretty dope. And yeah, we're just gonna continue filling this out. Hopefully more people will fill this out with us. And we'll build a whole DankBank community. Definitely want to grow this for sure. Yeah, we're still on version 1.0. So let's get this thing going. But anyway, yeah, so this has been brought to you by DankBank. Should also probably take a look at the Battle Bazaar, just so I can show you guys the Battle Bazaar. Hey, look at this. We've got updates. I like it. So it looks like we got some trading going on. Looks like Battletech. Let's take a look. Catalog. Browse all. Printed and proxies. News. Huh. What was this news? When was the last time the news got updated? What? When was this? When was this released? Read more. What day was this released? May 11th. May 11th? We haven't updated this since May? Oh no. Well, let me get started on that. Let me sign in. What in the world? Maybe it was my docs PMG. What in the world? I'm gonna figure that out later. For now, let's see if I can just continue with Google. Get him out of here. Can I? Whoa, let me? No. Continue with Google. Yeah, there's something wrong with this. Yeah, let's just do the Battle Bazaar. /Haven. The fact, okay. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out later. That's annoying. Well, for now, that's crazy. I still forgot password. Sent it, and then let's take a look, see if it comes in. There it is. Let's reset the password. Too weak, huh? Gotcha. Okay, no thanks. We're in. Okay. Start selling. Okay, so we have a shipping profile now. You can contact support, hooray. Profile. So you have your Shopify integrations, payment method, order, wish list, my trades, settings. Okay, here we go. Interest. So we have our interests. Where'd it go? Let's do Notifications, privacy. Okay. I need to go to admin. Okay. Let's take a look. We have 4 offers, 13 users. That's good. Users. Last join 7/17. Okay, that's not too bad. Gotcha. Alright, we definitely need more people on here. Okay, Pro is free for everyone until Halloween. Okay. Good to know. So yeah, so pretty much, say you wanted to start up in the new Gundam Assemble game. We have here where you can buy it, right? We also have individual minis that you can trade with other people, right? I mean, yeah, this is pretty much where we're at right now. We have both, I mean, shit. There's a lot. There's a lot. If we were to take a look at other games out there, there's also HeroClix only has 3 items. I definitely need to get on that. Mage Knights, Arkham Horror. So we have bulk upload, right? I could probably do bulk upload. So if you have Dungeons and Dragons, Trench Crusade, StarCraft. StarCraft is going to be a big game. I know that for a fact. So StarCraft is coming up. That's going to be fun. Yeah. Oh, we've got some new arrivals. That's really cool. Some Gunplas. Let's take a look. Help center, contact, privacy, cookie, sell an item. All right. So yeah. So still being improved upon. We got a most wanted bounty. So you can see that's what people are looking at right now. What they're requesting. Yeah. Miniature trading at its finest, folks. I myself am trading the Gundam Assemble set. I might just bust it out and just do the minis itself instead of just do the box, because no one wants to buy the box by itself. They probably want to buy it. So I'm going to delete this, actually. I'm going to create 3 new listings when I have the minis actually developed. I got to complete the seller setup. Let's take a look. Shipping. Oh, the seller profile. No returns. 5 business days. I always use USPS. Save. And then right. I probably shouldn't put the rest of that. We are in Clearwater though. Florida. Fun. Yep. Oh, right. So I think at this point we're probably gonna go over to YouTube. Boom. And we're just gonna put in our street address. It's probably usually gonna be just like 5 ounces. Right? It's usually like 1 by 1 by 1. Come on, Chippo. Unable to find a valid city, state, or 5-digit zip. What? That's definitely a valid address. Okay, I got an idea. There it is. Let's do this one. There we go. 100 South Belcher Road. What, 5 ounces? One by one by one. Okay, and then we can connect everything that we need. Skip for now. Perfect. All right, so once again, I'm probably going to do that one more time. But we're going to create a video that's going to explain how to do an onboarding with the Battle Bazaar. But yeah, for now, I want to thank you guys for coming on in. I appreciate you for listening in. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Hopefully on the 26th, we'll get that transcript and we'll go over it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to dunk on a lot of different people who are anti-cannabis for, well, we'll see. Thank you guys for stopping on in. Peace.